In this video, we'll uncover the path to unlocking Black Myth Wukong's only mythical spirit and guide you on earning the elusive Clamor of Frogs trophy or achievement. To achieve this, players must defeat 6 unique frog bosses scattered across all 6 chapters, without missing a single one in the same run. Beyond the trophy, these frogs hold the key to one of the most powerful spirits in the game. After taking down these amphibious bosses, you'll also need to gather tadpole materials and upgrade the frog spirit to its maximum potential. Throughout the journey, we'll explore each frog's location, their lore, and effective strategies to defeat them. If you're ready to unlock ultimate power and add a mythical spirit to your arsenal, let's dive in. The first frog boss, Bali Gu Lang, introduces a unique blend of eerie lore and tricky combat. In the western lands of Black Wind Mountain lies a kingdom called Hami, home to a bustling market. There, an odd peddler with turquoise robes and a booming voice sold highly coveted smooth oil. However, a wandering Taoist sensed something sinister. This peddler was a Yaoguai in disguise. Exposing its true form, the peddler revealed itself to be a giant green-skinned frog leaping away into the mountains. The villagers followed and discovered the secret behind the sought-after oil, a grotesque concoction made from frog mucus, forcing them to flee in disgust. To confront this slippery foe, head to the water body near the Snake Trail Keeper's shrine. Cross the bridge, follow the dirt path, and you'll find a stream leading into Bali Gu Lang's arena. Upon defeating the frog, you'll earn a crucial tadpole needed to upgrade your mythical spirit. This battle requires precision, as the toad's attacks are quick and powerful. It begins by leaping into battle with a slam, followed by quick swipes and repositioning splashes. Be ready to dodge the first swipe, then capitalize on his leap with an immobilize spell to lock him in place. His combos vary, so stay alert for follow-up attacks before committing to a counter. 2 of his most dangerous moves include a body slam and a powerful frog leg kick, which he can use twice in succession. Dodge to the side when he charges at you, and be wary of his kicks when you're behind him. His reach can catch you off guard. Bali Gu Lang also deploys a tongue attack, sweeping it back and forth across the arena. Your best bet is to dodge or use Immobilize to interrupt the move. Alternatively, using your Red Tide transformation will give you an opening to attack from the side safely. Once defeated, the frog drops its purple spirit and tadpole material. With your Blessed Gourd upgrade, you can absorb Bali Gu Lang's power, unlocking a temporary transformation that unleashes a devastating tongue attack on enemies. Keep upgrading his spirit with the tadpole material for even more powerful effects down the line. The second frog boss, Langli Gu Ba, offers an electrifying challenge steeped in lore and strategy. This frog story begins with the wandering Taoist, who, after encountering the first frog Guai, made it his mission to hunt these creatures. He followed croaking echoes to a valley crackling with eerie flashes. There, the Taoist prepared an altar and began chanting spells. As the frog Guai sprang forth, it revealed itself as a giant yellow frog shimmering with hues of green and blue. The Taoist summoned raging winds and thunder with his seals, but the frog, unfazed, unleashed beams of light and electrifying tadpoles, forcing the Taoist to retreat. The tale reminds us that power isn't just about grandeur, it lies in cunning too. To find Langli Gu Ba, head to Yellow Wind Ridge at the start of Chapter 2. Follow the brackish pond to the end, and you'll discover the frog in a large, flooded pit. Alternatively, from the village entrance shrine, drop into a ditch and pass under a bridge to meet Shu Dog Guai, who asks for your help in defeating this lightning-infused Yaoguai chief. This boss builds upon the attack patterns from Bali Gu Lang, but with a new set of electric moves. He will relentlessly try to shock you with his attacks, inflicting a debuff that makes you more vulnerable. Be sure to stock up on shock-quelling powder from the nearby shrine to mitigate these effects. Langli Gu Ba's primary attacks include quick hand slaps, ground pounds, and tongue lashes. Use Cloud Step to dodge these attacks and counter from the sides. However, avoid staying near his rear, as his mule kick deals massive damage. Watch out for his electric throat swell, which signals a burst of electrified tadpoles that scatter in unpredictable patterns. If you're overwhelmed, use Pillar Stance to lift off the ground and avoid the electrified swarms. Another dangerous move involves the frog summoning a lightning storm that rains bolts across the arena. Keep an eye on the signs to dodge these strikes. If you're struggling to keep up with his lightning attacks, Immobilize is your best tool. Interrupting his charged moves can turn the tide in your favor. Defeating Langli Guo Ba rewards you with the evil repelling medicament formula. Bring this back to Shu Dog Guai to receive 2 medicaments and unlock the ability to craft consumables at any shrine, providing you with valuable defensive and offensive tools for future encounters.
道法自然。招！这等凡品，赏你便是。往后你便可去土地庙自行炼制。小神还要寻丹炉，先走一步。
The third frog boss, Langli Gu Lang, is an ice-infused menace that resides deep within the Valley of Ecstasy, waiting to test your mastery over frost. The Taoist's journey continues in this encounter, where, following years of meditation and mastering the Five Thunder technique, he confronts the frosty challenge of Langli Gu Lang, only to narrowly escape thanks to a group of monks. To find this frog, start at the Forest of Felicity Shrine in the Valley of Ecstasy. Head forward past frozen bodies until you reach a hole in the wall to your right. Inside, you'll find a frozen lake with Langli Gu Lang waiting for you. Upon defeating this frosty foe, you'll earn a tadpole, refined iron sand, and a Yao Guai core. This mini-boss introduces new challenges beyond the familiar frog attacks. Langli Gu Lang's frost-infused strikes create hazardous frost fields that drain stamina and immobilize you if you linger. Equip body-warming medicine, the Frostspout Twig Curio, the Fiery Gourd, and the Circle of Fire spell to counter these frost effects. In battle, the frog will unleash rapid belly thrusts, jump slashes, and arm swipes, now accompanied by fields of frost. His tongue lash attack has evolved, leaving frost trails on the ground and hurling rocks with each lash. To stay ahead of him, use Cloud Step or Immobilize to disrupt his attacks and reposition. Watch for his Frost Breath attack, which can freeze you if you don't react quickly. When Langli Gu Lang creates frost fields, lure him to clearer areas where you have the advantage. He will also emit a loud screech, summoning ice shards across the arena and detonating them with a shockwave. Stay mobile and use Pillar Stance to evade these icy traps. As his health drops, Langli Gu Lang's attacks become more intense. His arm swipes can trigger icy explosions in a line, and his slam creates a frost zone encircled by icy crystals, boxing you in. Be prepared to escape his icy lair or use the Ring of Fire spell to create a safe zone amidst the chaos. Defeating Langli Gu Lang grants you another tadpole and valuable materials to enhance your spirits and gear. The fourth frog boss, Bali Gu Ba, is an encounter that blends poison, surprises, and a unique twist on its attacks, testing everything you've learned from earlier frog bosses. This boss, found within the webbed hollow of Chapter 4, adds an unsettling new element to the saga. The lore continues with the wandering Taoist's tale. After being poisoned and rescued by monks, the Taoist found himself imprisoned, enduring harsh trials that honed his martial skills. Upon escaping, he stumbled into a cavern filled with webs and strange insect guais. As he ventured deeper, his tadpoles, nurtured in his gourd, came alive. Squeezing through a crevice, he found Bali Gu Ba, a crimson-skinned frog, resting in a natural spring. The two fought fiercely in the water until the frog revealed an unsettling secret. A left hand emerged from its mouth, striking the Taoist and spewing poisonous water to taint the entire spring. To find Bali Gu Ba, head past Buddha's right hand and the Spider Sisters within the webbed hollow. Take a long path through a fissure on the right side. You'll encounter an archer along the way and reach the ledge above the lower hollow shrine, where the frog boss waits in a flooded cavern. This battle introduces poison mechanics, making anti-miasma pills essential. The frog attacks with familiar moves, leaps, swipes, and belly thrusts. However, it also brings new threats like Poison Rain, which covers the arena in toxicity, rapidly filling your poison meter. You can try using Pillar Stance to avoid the rain, but the frog's persistent attacks can knock you down. You'll need to either retreat to safer ground or use anti-miasma pills to keep up the pressure. At around half health, Bali Gu Ba unveils a bizarre new attack. The tongue turns into a long hand capable of unique moves. The hand can flick magic darts, retract while shooting projectiles, and perform chaotic swipes. If the frog raises its left hand while hopping, dodge immediately. This signals the start of a grab attack. If caught, the tongue hand will lift you, poison you, and slam you into the ground, leaving you on the verge of death unless you quickly use an anti-miasma pill. The fight requires a mix of patience and aggression. use Rock Solid to interrupt the frog's attacks, or immobilize it to land heavy strikes. You'll need to deflect and stagger it while making the most of your transformations and spirits. Defeating Bali Gaba rewards you with another tadpole to upgrade your frog spirit, and, most excitingly, the left hand of Buddha. With both Buddha's hands in your possession, you can now visit the Shen Monkey in Zodiac Village to craft the Immortal Blessing Gourd, a rare and powerful item that will aid you in the challenges ahead. The fifth frog boss, Ba Lang Lang, is hidden deep within the secret Bishui Cave, unlocked only after completing the 5-element carts quest in Chapter 5. To access this elusive lair, players must first defeat the final cart, the Rusty Gold Cart. Once it's destroyed, the path to the Bishui Cave is revealed by shattering the ice wall at the entrance. The frog awaits inside, resting by a cool water body, offering not only a fierce combat challenge, but also a significant evolution in the Taoist's personal journey, blending themes of compassion and restraint. The Taoist's tale continues as he arrives at the Flaming Mountains, following his escape from the monks who had mistaken him for a disciple. It was here, near the cooling slope, that he first encountered Ba Lang Lang, a massive, fiery red frog seeking refuge from the mountain's scorching heat. Their initial confrontation was interrupted by the appearance of a purple-skinned lion dog, a beast enraged by their presence. The Taoist watched in fear as the lion dog charged at him, but the frog, with a swift and powerful kick, knocked the beast aside, saving his life. The beast, angered by the frog's interference, turned its fury on the amphibian, but the frog responded by unleashing a stream of fire from its mouth, forcing the lion dog to retreat. Seizing the opportunity, the Taoist unleashed his newly learned skills, Meteor Smash and Stallion Spring, joining forces with the frog to drive the lion dog back into the cave. Inside the cave, the Taoist discovered a cool, tranquil interior, a stark contrast to the harsh heat outside, and saw the frog seeking rest in the cool shade. It was at this moment the Taoist had a revelation. Despite the frog's fiery powers, it too needed respite from the relentless heat. Recognizing that even a powerful Yaoguai could have simple needs and desires, the Taoist felt a surge of compassion and chose to sheath his sword, abandoning any intent to kill the creature. With this newfound understanding, he left the cave, realizing that sometimes strength lies not in conflict, but in empathy. In combat, Ba Lang Lang exhibits many familiar moves seen in previous frog encounters, but now with a fiery twist. His signature tongue whip attack is now coated in flames, sweeping from side to side or shooting straight forward. To avoid getting scorched, you'll need to leap over or dodge these attacks with precise timing. The frog also uses leaping attacks, swiping at you midair, followed by bursts of fire where he lands. The second half of the fight ramps up the intensity. The frog will leap to the top of the cave and spit fireballs across the arena, forcing you to stay back to avoid them. His fire jet attack, where he breathes a steady stream of flames, is his most dangerous move. This is your opportunity to get behind him and deal damage while he's locked in the attack. His leaping attacks also evolve, creating circles of fire with each landing, requiring you to maintain your distance and stay mobile. Victory over Ba Lang Lang grants a vital tadpole material, essential for upgrading your frog spirit, along with other materials to enhance your equipment. Lang Ba Ba can be found in an area filled with dirt and rock formations. From the cliff where the Destined One defeats the Supreme Inspector, head toward the right corner of the map, just below the golden armored rhino's arena. Drop into the area, and you'll find Lang Ba Ba waiting for battle. Long ago, a Taoist, once obsessed with capturing Yaoguais, grew curious about the creatures' lives rather than merely hunting them. During his travels, he journeyed to Mount Huaguo, captivated by its beauty. Feeling a deep connection, the Taoist released a tadpole he had carried for years back into a river. The moment the tadpole splashed into the water, bolts of lightning tore through the sky, revealing a squad of celestial soldiers. Fearing he had caused offense, the Taoist prepared to apologize, but the soldiers attacked without hesitation. Outnumbered and pushed to the brink of defeat, the Taoist fought desperately to defend himself. Suddenly, a massive stone frog leaped from the riverbank. Unaffected by the celestial soldiers' blades or their lightning strikes, the frog fought alongside the Taoist. Realizing that the tadpole had summoned the stone frog, the Taoist felt a deep gratitude toward the creature. From that day forward, he abandoned his pursuit of immortality. Instead, he devoted his life to releasing tadpoles into rivers and mountains, becoming known as the Frog Immortal, someone who lived to honor the bond he had forged with these mystical creatures. When you engage Lang Ba Ba, several soldiers will also appear. Use this distraction to land attacks while the frog deals with the soldiers. The battle features familiar frog mechanics, tongue whips, belly flops, and back kicks, similar to those used by previous frog bosses. However, Lang Ba Ba introduces a unique mechanic that will test your strategy. The frog's body color signals when it is most vulnerable. When it turns red, you can deal the highest amount of damage, so keep the pressure on and try to maintain this phase for as long as possible. However, after some time, the frog will solidify, its body turning brown and stone-like. During this phase, your attacks will bounce off and do minimal damage. In its stone phase, Lang Ba Ba relies on powerful rock-based attacks. It pounds the ground, sending shockwaves your way, hurls boulders from above, and summons rings of stone from the earth. Occasionally, it will roar, momentarily stunning you and causing damage. While you can chip away with heavy attacks during this phase, the Plantain Fan spell is your best ally. Using it will immediately force the frog back into its red, vulnerable state, allowing you to resume your offensive. If the fan is unavailable, focus on dodging and staying alive until Lang Ba Ba reverts naturally. Defeating Lang Ba Ba grants you another essential tadpole material, bringing you closer to fully upgrading the frog spirit. The battle also marks the culmination of the Taoist's journey, not through dominance, but understanding, completing his transformation from hunter to protector, bound by an unspoken connection with the creatures he once sought to conquer. To conclude, the journey to acquire the Ba Ba Lang Lang spirit is as challenging as it is rewarding. This unique spirit evolves from the Ba Li Gu Lang spirit you find in Chapter 1, requiring not just victory in battle, but thoughtful cultivation. With 6 frog bosses scattered across Black Myth Wukong's chapters, each one yielding a critical tadpole material, fully upgrading this spirit becomes a long-term endeavor. Ba Ba Lang Lang stands apart by offering an unpredictable but powerful set of elemental attacks. Whether it's poison, thunder, fire, ice, or stone, the spirit channels the essence of one of these frogs at random, bringing variety and danger to every encounter. Beyond its elemental attacks, it also reduces the stamina cost for jumps and jump attacks, making it an invaluable asset for mobility and offense. With perseverance and strategy, you'll unlock one of the game's most versatile spirits, allowing you to embody the strength and unpredictability of the frogs. If you're ready for the challenge, it's time to embark on this quest and let the power of Ba Ba Lang Lang become your own. Make sure to fully explore every chapter, defeat each frog, and gather the tadpoles to unlock this formidable spirit. Enjoy the journey, and remember to cultivate your spirits at any keeper's shrine to make the most of their potential. Good luck, and may the spirit of the frogs guide you on your path.